Hello and welcome, it's MachineDaena. I hope you're doing really well. Elgato released a Discord plugin and basically completely changed the game. Now I've released something like 30 Stream Deck videos, tutorials, and also something like 20 or 30 Discord tutorials as well. So this fits squarely within the type of content that I would create. However, I didn't particularly choose to make this video. Elgato reached out to me and asked me, we recently released a Discord plugin for Stream Deck and I wanted to reach out and see if you had any interest in reviewing it. Naturally, I was like an excited school kid because I absolutely love Corsair and Elgato products, so I played hard to get and basically sent them this. Large portions of my content relates to Stream Deck and Discord, so the Discord Stream Deck plugin fits squarely in the audience content I'd look for. Way to make a good impression, MD. Cringy emails aside, I have played around with this plugin quite a lot and it is very impressive. Also, I would note that I've done quite a few other videos about Discord and how to manage Discord through your Stream Deck, and this is a better way of doing it. It's more broad, there are more functions, and the functions that it does have just work better. Trust me, I've literally made content about this and got tens of thousands of views. I've troubleshot this to death. Stay tuned for the whole video to see every single function for the Stream Deck Discord plugin. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and let's go. Okay, so at the time of this video, the latest version of this was 2.0.0, the 22nd of May 2023, which makes this about less than 2 months old. By the way, if you want to download this, one of the ways you can download this for your Stream Deck is to go to this link here, which I'll link in the description below. If you want to share it with one of your friends, you can also do that too, because there's nothing worse than you having great control over your Discord audio whilst you're streaming and all of your friends having no control over any of their audio and ruining it for you anyway. Another way that you can install this is by simply clicking on this top right icon here, which is the App Store, clicking on plugins here, doing a search for Discord, and there it is, Social Discord by Elgato. It's important that you go for the one that's by Elgato. There are others available, Crabs, Bar Raider. We can see as well already here that this has had 500,000 downloads to Stream Deck, so it's already a very popular plugin. I've already got it installed here, but if you don't already have it installed, you would just click the install button here and it would install it on your Stream Deck. Another really important point here is potentially the version of your Stream Deck software might make a difference here. So I would go to the cog and I would check for updates. Make sure you're on the most recent software version. It's just generally good practice to be updated to the latest version, okay? And also, I don't want all the moany comments of you saying, oh my god, I can't see it. Discord plugin's not available. It probably will be available. You probably just can't find it. But updating your Stream Deck will make a really big difference. This is just a cool little wallpaper that I made. It took me about 5 minutes earlier in Photoshop. I'm going to leave the download to this in the description below. I'll also leave a video in the description which is all about how to make these wallpaper kind of things. They're pretty cool for your Stream Deck. They look dead nice on the actual Stream Deck itself. I'll make a 15 key version and a 6 key version as well for you poor people. So if you've updated your Stream Deck software properly and you've installed the Discord Elgato plugin correctly, you will now have access to this plugin here. If you do a search for it, it will appear. As you can see here, there are loads of different functions and we're going to go through every single one. As is the case with any Elgato Stream Deck button, including the Discord integration, the Discord plugin button, you simply drag and drop the button onto your desired button and then you can configure it. And as with every single Elgato Stream Deck button, you can also set from file new images and yeah, do all kinds of things like set a title for it and also add text to it. What we need to do first is make sure that we are requesting access. Now don't worry, you don't necessarily have to remember to do this. If you drag a button on and then open up your Discord, it might try and prompt you to do that anyway. For instance, I dragged this button on and I pressed that button and then this prompt came up. This is the Stream Deck detecting that you have Discord open and it wants to access the permissions and your soul and all these other things that probably mean that you've signed your life away to Elgato or Discord or both. We need to authorize this. Basically, I think what's happened is there is an integration now on the Discord itself with Elgato. And I'll just show you what this looks like. In the authorized apps, now I can see that Stream Deck is here and it tells me all about the permissions that it has. Just quickly, if you need to deauthorize this, you can simply press the deauthorize button and it will remove it, where you can re-add it again at a later stage if you really want to. So now all that's left to do is go through all these functions and demonstrate exactly what they all do. First of all, the soundboard. Again, at the end of the video, I'll be linking to a video how you can set this up fully. But basically, we drag that button on and we can set one of the sounds from Discord. Now, this could be the standard Discord soundboards, or it could be ones specifically from your server that you've defined. So you can actually upload your own soundboards to Discord now, and it will play through the audio into anyone that's in that voice channel with you. I'll just demonstrate this by clicking on Ooh Friends. So I've selected Ooh Friends, which is the sound that I've got. And now when I press this, hopefully it will do the sound thing. Now, because I'm not in a voice channel, I think that may not have worked. So what I need to do is go into any voice channel that has permissions for soundboard. So I've just joined a voice channel here. Now when I press that button, you can see it's no longer shaded out. It's available. I'm going to press it.
Oh, friend.
We hear the soundboard, we see the icon pop up, that integration has worked. Quick note about that though, this is an experimental feature from Discord. Not everyone will have the soundboard feature yet. So don't go blaming Elgato when this button doesn't work because your server doesn't have access to that function. It is literally a beta tested function that is not yet available to everyone, but I'm sure it will soon be available to everyone. The other note to make about that as well is that you can actually have permissions for this type of stuff as well. For example, the permissions here, if I go to the verified server members, I've actually set it so that soundboard can be used by the people in that voice channel. You need to, it sounds obvious, but you need to make sure that you have permission to use this sound in this voice channel that you're in. If you don't have permission to use it, for example, if you're in someone else's server and they've toggled this off, then that button will not work. Clearly it won't work. I feel like that makes complete sense, but I need to say it anyway because you'll pepper me in the comments and ask all about this. Next up, straightforward mute and deafen. I've dragged these buttons on here. You can give it a title if you want, mute and deafen, this one here. Hopefully you know what mute and deafen is by now. Muting just means that your microphone is muted for everyone else in the server, in the voice chat. Deafening means that both your microphone is muted and you mute them as well. It's like Zen Nirvana, nice and peaceful. So yeah, the mute and deafen functions here are pretty cool, but the difference between these and other ways of doing this, which I've previously covered, is that it's a lot more reliable because it is an integration with Discord directly from Elgato's Stream Deck. Basically, Elgato will support this and it will work for forevermore, whereas some of the smaller developers might die, stop supporting it. Or maybe they just get lazy, I don't know. It doesn't have to be the worst case scenario. That's kind of grim, isn't it? Anyway, moving swiftly on. Voice channels. So this is where you can select a particular voice channel. Now for this, when you drag the button on, it will automatically try and give an icon for the button, so you can have multiple different voice channels for multiple different servers here. MachineDaena streaming crash, feel free to join that. I'll drop a link in below. This toggled button indicates that I'm not in that voice channel, whereas when it's like that, it indicates that I think I am in that, maybe. I guess we'll test it and find out. Now, I can also select the voice channel that I want to go to within that server. So for me, I want to go into MachineDaena's cave, which is where I'm here. Oh, okay. Wow, okay, that's really nice, actually. So here, it indicates when I'm speaking, so I can see visually when my microphone is working. That is far better than any other Discord integration, by the way. And it also tells me who else, or rather, how many other people are in that particular voice channel. So at the push of a button, without trying to locate all the different servers and voice channels or whatever, quickly, in an instant, press the button, and you are there. Now, when I press that button again, I think it would drop me out of that channel. Yes, it hung up. That is a really cool feature. Text channels into streaming crash. I can choose which text channel I want to refer to. So for instance, if I want to type something into the food brag, it will automatically place the text of the text channel on the button there. And we can see this is not a toggle button. Obviously, this is one of the areas of my Discord where people just want to brag about the amazing food that they're eating. You simply set the text channel and when you press that, it will send you to that text channel. So if there is a text channel that you're typing in loads and loads, and you're frequently going there to troll your friends or interact or whatever else you choose to do in those text channels, you can simply click that button and bang, it will take you to the channel of choice. In this case, the food brag text channel. Push to talk and push to mute, dead simple. If you want to push to talk, I will press this button and it will allow me to press the button to open up my microphone within Discord. And then there's also press to mute as well, which is kind of like the reverse. The microphone's always open, and when you want to mute, let's say your wife comes in to tell you you're an idiot, you can press the button and say, no, I'm not an idiot, you're an idiot, go and make me a sandwich. Because I do not have push to talk enabled on my Discord, what this Stream Deck plugin will do is when I press it, it enables push to talk. And basically, I have to now press that button to talk. So because I've pressed it once, I'm now automatically muted until I press the button and it unmutes me. And all of a sudden, you can see the icon in the bottom left-hand corner. And then when I release, the icon in the bottom left-hand corner will mute again. Okay? And the same is true for the push to mute as well. Now that I'm pressing push to mute, the microphone is always open. But when I press the button, it will be closed. And then when I release again, it will release that and allow me to talk freely again. What I like about that is that you don't necessarily have to have those things enabled on your Discord and try and dig around in the settings. You just drag the button on and it will literally just work as it's intended to. I think that some of these icons are not really that obvious, so I would definitely recommend saying like push to talk. Another thing you can do here is press enter and it drops the text down a little bit, which is pretty cool. Push to talk, just set that text a little bit bigger. And then here, push to mute. Just makes it a little bit more obvious. You can also color these as well. Let's go with green. Set audio device. I feel like this is really self-explanatory, this button. Basically, it will allow you to set an input, set an output, or set both. Now, what this is doing is setting an audio input for your microphone or an audio output for your headset. Basically, if you're using all kinds of different weird and wonderful setups, maybe you're using more than one microphone, maybe you use a speaker sometimes that's just playing to the room in your room, and then you want to switch to the microphone or your headset or something like that, this allows you the flexibility to do that. So, for instance, if I want to set the input on my Discord server to go from this microphone, let's say the default, to something else, I can do exactly that. So a really good example here, I think the Pro Webcam C920, which is something that I'd literally never ever use. This camera is a very old camera. It does actually have a microphone. So if I wanted to switch to that crappy C920 microphone from Logitech, I could do that and then switch back to the Shure SM7B, which is my chat mic. Or I could just leave it on default, which is just like whatever Windows is setting as my input device. Note here that that is just the inputs. We can now set outputs if we want as well. And it just means that at the push of a button, we can define what we want to be outputting to in terms of the headset or the sound, or inputting to in terms of your voice and where it goes. So here we see there's the headset here, which is the Corsair Virtuoso. Corsair, amazing products. Or maybe we want to output to something else. For example, output the sound to one of the monitors that I'm running at the moment. This is just a really cool, useful thing to do. Say, for example, if you're talking to your friends or you're watching someone stream on Discord, you can output the sound anywhere you want. Now we've got the server stats button here as well. First of all, we can drag this button on and select the server that we want it to present information about. Now it can display messages about the kind of the new message count that you've got, or you could say don't display it for messages, and also the number of users. Again, you could say the online users or recently active users. So for example, I can now see that there are 68 online users in my Discord currently, or I can just say don't display the number of statistics, but instead how many new messages have I got, and you can see it's in that corner there. You can't really see it so well on this icon, but it shows you here. I imagine that there are some people watching this that will have thousands of these, and it kind of frightens me that people will let your messages get to be so many of them. That's a frightening thought. You don't keep it on top of your noties. Come on, be a part of the Zero Noti crew, man. Now, this is slightly different to the notifications button, which is located here. When you drag that on, that will show you how many live notifications you've got, whereas this shows you how many new messages you've got. In this case, it's how many messages that have been relatively new to you. Now, I've recently received a couple of different messages, and that's why it's saying there are 2 new messages. But the notifications, pretty self-explanatory. It will just tell you how many notifications you have. Voice input mode toggle. I believe that this is the Discord button that allows you to toggle between push to talk, which is this, and the other one, which is push to mute. This one, push to talk and free open microphone. Yeah, that's what that icon means. Freely open microphone, push to talk. This is more of a toggle button. User volume control. This will allow you to basically select a user from the channel that you're currently in and adjust the volume for that user up and down. So this is specific users and the specific volume that they have. It just means if someone's being really noisy, at the push of a button, you can just turn them down. I'm not sure if this remembers who the user is. For instance, if you play regularly with the same person, if this allows you to turn that one person always down, or it's just if there's one other person in the Discord server, it will auto select that person. I need to do some testing around this, but it's something along those lines. It's adjusting the volume of a specific user. This is contrasting to this one here, which is the volume control. This is the volume control in general from Discord globally. So basically what you hear and how loud you hear it. The great thing about this is that we can make a copy of the volume control. We can make one of them the output volume. In other words, what volume is outputting to me into my headset and how loud it is. And then we can set the volume of my input. So if I know that my microphone's really quiet, I can adjust the volume of that upwards. However, I would say I recommend playing around with the settings in Discord for that, because there are a lot of cool features in Discord that auto detect your audio level and will kind of add some extra gain to your microphone and that kind of thing as well. This is just a little bit of an extra buffer that can increase the volume of that, or more likely you're going to use it to increase the volume into your own ears. What an amazing plugin this Elgato Stream Deck Discord plugin is. Really a great piece of kit. It's so much more than what the obvious thing would be. You just expect, thinking about this, like, yeah, mute and deafen, maybe push to talk. There's so much more to this, as I'm sure you've discovered throughout this video. Discord has something like 200 million users, and it's squarely within Elgato's market, like sector, target market. So I don't know why they've not done this sooner, but better late than never. Elgato, thanks for producing a great plugin. I appreciate it, and I'm sure millions of other people will when they download this plugin and watch this video, of course. If you did enjoy this video, you may specifically like to know about Discord SoundBoard. So I've done a tutorial all about it. I'm going to link it here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.